Go for it.
Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson, I'm the host of this podcast that's mine, going to be called History is Dank. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the friggin' what up, dude? Fire it up to be back in the studio for another ep of History is Dank, dude. Aaron on the sticks, dude. Aaron, what's going down, dude?
What up?
Chilling, dude. Fired up right now, dude. Today's topic just made me think of my own historical share, and I went to London as a kid, dude. And then I went to the Tower of London, which has a pretty gnarly history, you know. I believe they put William Wallace's head on a stake there after torturing him, and many domes put on stakes there. Pretty barbaric stuff, you know. Henry VIII executed, you know, his wives there, and just you basically didn't want to be in that jail, dude. You were having a bad time if you were in that jail, dude. But you were also having a bad time if you were me as a teenager, dude, freaking getting up too early with bags under your eyes, dude, and just going on a tour there with no hoodie, dude, because I lost my hoodie before I went there. And I just remember, dude, that was torture, dude. Gray skies, London fog, dude, and you got no hoodie, dude. Cold as hell, dude. And you know, I was just wearing cargo shorts all around there, just shivering, dude, on that tour. Hungry, dude. So I'm just saying, I'm just empathetic, dude, you know, of what went down there, but to a way, way much lesser degree, and just basically having to go to a museum with your family and your parents when all you want to do is be raging with your boys. Just knowing that my boys were probably at freaking JT's house, woke up, and then probably cruised down to the beach, and I just got to have no hoodie. Lost my favorite hoodie. It was an Alien Workshop hoodie. It was tight, dude. And just, you know, probably didn't even have time to jack off in the hotel room, which is what I did, dude. And, you know, packed in there, dude. My parents would have their room, and just me and all of my siblings, dude. 5 of us, sometimes 4, depending who could make it. If someone had a soccer tournament or something, dude. Basically, I almost tried to sign up for soccer, dude, so I didn't have to go on those trips, dude. Basically, just very spoiled, dude. Basically, very spoiled, dude. And then just had to freaking buy brand new hoodie, dude, at like some museum, dude. I think the British Museum, dude. Got a freaking, it wasn't even a hoodie, it was a pullover, dude. It's tragic, dude. Aaron, do you ever rock pullovers, dude?
I don't like the commitment.
Yeah.
To a pullover.
Yeah.
Because you, no matter how hard you try, you take that thing off, you just screw up your hairdo.
Your hair's done. If you're wearing shades or a beanie.
Yep.
You know, I got my lid on. I got to pull that. I got to go through other steps to get it off, dude. Give me my hoodie, dude. Hoodie is an essential item, dude. It's friggin' dank as hell, dude. Dank as hell, dude. Always have multiple hoodies in my car, dude. They're all the same, dude. Heathered gray. What up? All day. All day, dude. Speaking of my car, dude, and you know, we're going to sort of transition to what we're talking about today. Commuting, dude. Freaking absolute bust in LA right now, dude. It's a bust. I could be writing like freaking articles, dude. I could be reading the newspaper sitting on the 405 if I wanted to, dude. Bust, dude. It's back. But it's going to lead us into what we're talking about today, which is solving city issues and big city planning. We're talking about the city of London, and we're talking about the underground, dude. But before we do that, I got to be talking about a new sponsor for the podcast, dude. Keep Athletics, dude. Dank shorts. I'm wearing them right now, dude. Dude, the pockets on these puppies, dude. Recycled materials, dude. Comfortable, dude. Freaking just fired up to be brought to you by freaking Keep Athletics today, dude. Let me tell you something, dude. Stokers, you ever had your freaking phone slip out of your pocket, dude? Bust, dude. Almost as bad as losing your hoodie, dude. And then what's the point of pockets if they can't friggin' keep your friggin' stuff in them, dude? That's what Keep comes in, dude. Fellow Stoker, dude. Patrick, dude. Big fan of the Going Deep pod. Big fan of the History's Dank. What up, Patrick, dude? Shout out, dude. He invented these dank-ass shorts, dude, that keep your stuff in them because they got, like, deeper pockets, dude. Almost like jean-style pockets, I would say. I was looking at it, dude. And, yeah, dude, they just basically make pockets that work because you get those nice, slick, those freaking nice, slick, comfortable athletic short materials. Phones, keys, they slip right out of that when you sit down in your car, dude. You know what I mean, dude? I'm looking for them in that little, like, well you know, where your seatbelt goes and you can't even fit your hand down there, dude. Because I got tiny hands, tiny dongs, so even like, you know, I can't get my keys and phone back. So shout out to Patrick for looking out for me to keep my freaking stuff in my pockets, dude. I'm fired up, dude. Wallet, phone, keys, AirPods, whatever you got, dude, going on, it's staying in there, dude. Your piece, whatever it is, dude. So especially stoked to share this with you because listeners get a sweet deal. Go to keepathletics.com/dank15 to get 15% off your first order. That's spelled KEAP, keepathletics.com/dank15 for 15% off your first order. Fired up on that, dude. Treat yourself. I'm in them right now, dude. Loving them, dude. So, dude, we're talking the London Underground, dude. Aaron, when I say the London Underground, I'm talking about the Tube, dude. That's what I'm talking about, dude. People call it the Tube, but the official name's the London Underground. And we're talking about today, freaking chiller fan of the pod wrote in. He's like, dude, I'm fired up. I ride this thing every day. He's like, I'm listening to the pod on the commute, dude. Let's talk about what I'm commuting on. And I'm like, dude, I'm fired up on that. Let's go, dude. Plus, you know, sometimes subways, which is what the London Underground is, right? A subway, underground metro train, dude. You know, dank stuff can happen down there. And you get dudes who are beatboxing. You get dudes who are breakdancing. You get, you know, sexual eye contact between two future lovers in a movie. You get unwanted eye contact between a pervert and an unsuspecting, you know, just woman trying to go about her day in real life. And you get dudes man-spreading. You know, actually, maybe there's a lot of unstoke-inducing stuff. You can get mugged down there, you know. Generally, you got to have a no-touch rule, you know.
For sure.
Leaning on stuff with your shoulder. But it basically helps you with your balance, which is tight because you don't want to use your hands. I think that's a fun challenge if you can't get a seat. Gives you a chance to be chivalrous, dude. You see a, you know, pregnant lady or an older person step on the subway. You got a seat. Step up. Oh, sir, man, please sit down. That's tight to do something like that. Boost some stoke. So it's sick, and it's the London Underground's the oldest subway system in the world. I'm fired up on that. Aaron, have you ever had a good subway experience, dude? And I'm not talking about the sandwich shop, dude, because you should be at J. Mike's, dude.
Have I ever had a good one? I mean, I guess anytime something horrific doesn't happen is a good one.
Right.
But
That's right.
I've had some shitty ones. Yeah.
Not taking just getting through your day for granted, you know? Just things running smoothly and on time. That's tight.
Yeah.
Also, those maps are sick, dude. I like looking at those maps, even though I can never understand them with the colors, but it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Even in English, it's like, because I've ridden the underground in like Paris too. It's just like, even in English, it's like, I don't know where this is going.
No chance. I got no chance. You got to be versed in city dwelling. You got to be a city dweller to get that, dude. And that's in LA, dude. I mean, they're always talking about our metro out here, and I think it's just the sand that we're on is not, or like the type of earth that we have isn't really too conducive. Because we could really use one, like I mentioned, dude. But, dude, about 180 years ago, dude, a tunnel opened, which marked the birth of the London Underground. Now, when it first opened, dude, it was just a tourist attraction. This dude, Sir Mark Brunel, and his son, dude, Isambard, dude, is his name, dude. Isambard, straight up built this tunnel together. 2 engineers, dude. And I mean, that's kind of nice, dude.
Mark Brunel, famous left-handed quarterback from the Jaguars.
Dude, oh, he's a Jags quarterback. Yeah, Brunel, dude, he was like a, and then he became like a perennial backup, but like a veteran who could really help young quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. He was almost like the Fitzpatrick, but without ever playing. I felt like. Mark Brunel.
Well, they almost made the Super Bowl in like their first year
when they expanded,
franchise, yeah.
And that was Brunel was the guy slinging the rock.
Yeah, it was weird because the Jaguars and Panthers both almost made it in their first year.
People were probably who like got stoked off looking at turquoise were probably fired up on that, dude.
Yeah.
Similar in people who like big cats, dude.
You know who's not stoked on it? Dan Marino.
Did he get bounced?
His last game was against the Jaguars in the playoffs, and it was 66-7.
66-7.
Like
who was on the team? Who was like the position players for the Jags that they did that? It must have had a beastly D. Jags have always had a good D, I feel like.
Yeah, it's just something. It was just a freak thing. It was just crazy.
Gnarly, dude. Dan Marino, dude, the aging star. Then Mark Brunel, he played for a long time and became he played till his 40s, but he wasn't really playing. He just chilling, making some bank, dude. And speaking of friggin' making bank, dude, Mark Brunel and his son Isambard ran out of dough digging this tunnel. So they basically just opened it up as a tourist attraction, and you could just go walk down there. People would be like, whoa, we're like under, because they were building it under the River Thames. That's how you say it, right?
Thames,
the River Thames. And So it's like not only was it the first underground tunnel, it was like the first one to go under a river. So they just went freaking balls deep right out of the gate, dude. And pun intended, going deep, dude. And although they couldn't really get deeper until they invented better boring mechanisms, like freaking basically Joe Marisi's dick-sized drill bits. You know, sometimes you just got to say dick. You know,
Sure.
like we're saying dong a lot. Sometimes you just got to go, yeah, this is my dude's dick. Yeah, Joe's dick is big. These drill bits look like big dicks that dig into the ground. It feels nice to say that sometimes, just, you know, liberating. Anywho, they run out of dough. They're able to raise some more funds by opening it as a tourist attraction. So that's why I say 180 years ago, the tunnel opened. Although the first train to actually go down there wasn't until January 9th, 1843, which is like, you know, so it took a couple years of tourists going and buying tickets and checking stuff out, and then maybe some wealthy donors, you know, lend a hand, and they're able to lay some tracks and get a freaking, and it was a steam train down there. So people, imagine like there was no ventilating, like people riding the tracks were like super, they would develop coughs and sicknesses just trying to commute, dude. Just all that pollution down there, just so gnarly on the lungs, dude. Reminds me of my boy, and valet Mike Reynolds, dude. He used to go to the parking structure B3, the underground, basement level 2, basement level 3. He drove like an old Cadillac Seville and would just blaze fat nuggets before his shift, Mike Reynolds. And he would wear like, he would actually probably really enjoy Keep athletic shorts, because he would wear like, you know, basketball shorts and a chain necklace and no shirt, cruising to work and just blaze. So we always knew when he was there. He'd like show up a half hour early to get nice and high before his shift, but then always ended up being about 10 minutes late because he'd hit the cafeteria, dude, before getting showing up. So great dude, Mike Reynolds. Wonder what he's up to now. He's a good guy. Could see him being dead somewhere, you know, laying face down in a drain pool off the side of a freeway, which there is one in Echo Park, and he did skate, and that was next to a skate park. So maybe I got to swing by there and see if I can spot Reynolds, dude, and hopefully he's vertical. And hopefully he's getting radical and catching fat air. Anyway, dude, Brunel and his son Isambard run out of funds, and Brunel was actually a French dude. You might recognize that name, Brunel. And then he went to America. He like left there during the Revolution because he was a wealthy dude, and went to America and started like helping them build like naval ships and harbors. And then he ended up going over to freaking London, dude, and like basically extends the harbor in London, does a lot of just tunneling, and he patented like tunnel projects. He patented like the boring method of building that first underground tunnel, which was like he would use steel plates. You'd have to go in there, dig, create this like super sturdy structure to hold the earth above you up. Then you would lay brick behind it, then move it forward like feet at a time. So it was a very slow, arduous method, but one that worked, and he patented, and he was actually going to go do it in Moscow, which Moscow actually has one of the biggest and like most beautiful subway systems. Like if you look at the subway system in Moscow, it's like you're in a museum. Like it's you go on the subway in New York and even in LA, it's like old school bricks. It feels like a depressing mall. You feel like you're going to get jumped down. The lighting's bad. The one in Moscow, it's like pristine marble, and it's like obviously celebrating their communist leaders. Like you get big pictures of the Russian, quote, heroes over there. And it's like a celebration of their history as you're riding the subway system. Something that, maybe we'd want to adopt, because the London Underground is the oldest in the world. And I think they do celebrate the history, and we'll get into it, what happened in World War II around there. But in any case, Brunel was the dude to do it, and he brings his son, dude. And I would get pissed off when my dad would make me do shit, dude. If I'm Isambard, dude, and my dad Mark is making me go dig a tunnel with him, I'm over it. I want to kick it with my boys. You know what I mean, dude? I want to be in a hoodie and just freaking, Mike Reynolds it, dude. And I'll tell you, after summer school, I used to have to dig a trench because my dad wanted, and this is what happens in Orange County. Did you extend gazebos, dude? Or you put a pizza oven in. And that's what we were doing. We were putting a pizza oven in the backyard. That's what happens in Orange County, dude. And my dad was like, I'm going to save a little extra dough, get ahead of this. I want to start cooking these pizzas fast. I'm going to have freaking Strider go and dig this gas line. And so after summer school, dude, I'd cruise out of geometry and all my boys were going to the beach. They'd be like, dude, let's cruise, bro. Let's swing by A's Burgers, crush some breakfast burritos, then go freaking hit the coast, play some volleyball, and dive in some salt, dude. I was like, that sounds amazing. That sounds like heaven, dude, except I can't, dude. I got to go home and dig this trench real quick. So I'd go home, get the shovel out. Of course, I would whip off my shirt so I could get a nice tan and just try to dig this gas line. And it wasn't something I could lie about because, like, you could literally, like, the progress was tangible. Like, the trench either moved forward or it didn't. My dad would check that shit, dude. And then finally the contractor shows up, you know, once my dad was satisfied with my digging, and he goes, what the hell why is this all dug up? This is wrong. The gas line's going to go this way. And then my dad looked at me and he's like, oh, I told you to dig it that way. I was like, no, you didn't, dude. Bitch. I didn't say that under my breath. I was like, no, you didn't, bitch. And he's like, what? I was like, oh, yeah, that's my bad. It was a completely way off. Like, we dug it north to south and it was going to go east to west. Like, there's like some coding with laying gas lines or some shit like that. In any case, dude, we had to wait till the fall to make some freaking fires off.
Dial 811 before digging.
What'd you say, dude?
Dial 811 before digging.
Yeah, of course, dude.
You see all the time about digging in your own yard.
Yeah, bro. That's exactly what my dad should have done, but he had hubris, dude, and he thought that, you know, it'd teach me a lesson, dude. It did. Taught me a lesson, dude. Dial 811. Just learned it right now from you, dude.
You do not want to hit a gas line with a pickaxe. That's
no,
for sure.
That would be bad, dude. Kind of nice that I was, you know, sort of living on the edge and not really knowing it at that time. But honestly, I was digging so lazily that even if I did hit a gas line, it wouldn't have, like, probably gone in. I was very, very lazy with my digging, dude. I'd hose the earth down a little bit, get it wet, and just kind of move stuff. But Isambard and his dad's relationship was quite different because Isambard is an absolute engineering beast. In fact, he's like one of the top 100 most influential Britons of the 20th century, and probably all people of the 20th century. He invented, like, the transatlantic steamship. He put, like, extended harbors like his dad before him. So basically took, like, the ongoing industrial revolution and, like, started globalization with these transatlantic ships and trade, you know, which was going on by wind powered for sail ships, vessels. But he fucking got things going, dude, and way more efficiently through inventing them and basically just being an absolute beast. If you're an engineer, that's tight, dude. You create shit. That's kind of cool. You know what I mean? But I was just thinking about this of, like, with, like, fracking and all that, the extent of which man will go to make an extra dollar is, like, it's incredible engineering wise, but it's also kind of just, like, it's very much a double-edged sword, but, like, sad. It's like, man, if we were just trying to engineer more stoked, like a freaking fat ass half pipe or maybe a sick ass big ass pizza oven that everyone could have pizza parties on. How tight would that be if everyone was having a pizza party? Instead, we're like, no, let's just go try to save the company an extra buck and drill. But, you know, if an asteroid comes to Earth, dudes are good at drilling and they can maybe Harry Stamper that shit. So
yeah, save the world.
Yeah, that's tight. Anyway, dude, Mark Brunel is outdone by his son Isambard when it comes to engineering, but Mark's still a beast. Digs this railway, January 10th, 1863, opens up, dude. People are cruising around, dude. They're coughing up a storm, Reynolds style, before his shift down there, dude, except breathing straight up carcinogens and toxins, dude. They even put, like, out, like, a lying campaign that said, like, oh, you're coughing out, like, stuff that's built up when you ride that, because they wanted people to still go ride it. There was, of course, no medical advice around it, but then people would develop, like, crazy symptoms, like, you know, they'd get, like, black lung, and they're like, I work in a textile factory. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not a miner. Oh, but you commute with on the train to work? Like, yeah. So it was actually a big deal.
Was the train open?
So part of it would ride up above ground, but then it would go...
No, I mean the train car itself.
No, there was door... This is like a thing where, like, there was a dude who would be the... they actually encourage workers. You know how, like, in movies when you always see the dude, they have a beard, and they're like, all aboard, all aboard! Mm-hmm. Like, they would encourage railway workers to grow beards so it would soak up, like, silt and smoke and shit before they breathed. Isn't that gnarly?
That's crazy.
So no, doors were manually operated, so people were inside. It was enclosed, but, like, you know, nothing's airtight, and the fucking smoke and shit is lingering in there. You know what I mean? The only ventilation is on the ends, so it's just gnarly. So there's the need, mother's the necessity of invention. They freaking straight up on to 18 December 1890, the electric railway goes deep underground. They've got better drilling methods. And it ran from King William Street to the city of London under the river, how the hell do you say it? Thames?
Thames.
The river Thames to Stockwell.
T-E-M-S.
Yep, dude, that's huge. Yeah, Thames, dude, Thames. So they basically are able to develop much, much more, lay some electric lines, doors become air operated. It's just fire, dude. And escalators are installed in 1911, dude, although, people were probably getting jacked calves and quads, but, the elderly need to be able to use this too. And I'm sure there's a stair option. I'm the type of guy who will always take the stairs up. I like to take an escalator down, but if there's stairs, I like to take it up, too, to get that nice little burst in my calves and quads. Always recommend that, dude. Pro tip. Finally, dude, the famous, the underground sign. Maybe you've seen it. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you're into
sign.
like, exactly, dude. But people colloquially call it the tube, rightfully so, because you're traveling through a tube underground. We talked about the maps earlier. In 1933, this dude, Harry Beck, dude, presents the first diagram of a map. And basically the underground tunnels were laid under roads. The idea was like these roads exist, so it's kind of connected to history in a cool, fun way. But instead of like labeling the street names, this dude, Harry Beck, realized that no one fucking knows this, and tourists are using it that are coming to town, and out-of-towners might be using this thing. They don't know the streets that they need to go. They know kind of the stops. But he developed a color code line to get you where you need to go. So this dude, Harry Beck, just out of his own convenience, prints up like 500 copies, distributes a few handful of these maps in 1934, and they're a huge hit. And the railroad company at this time, and also just quick note, some research I was doing like dissected the history of the Underground Railroad, like based on owners, and there's a lot of management shifts. Even Brunel ran out of money, so a lot of investors, and it trades hands a lot. But I was over it, dude. I don't want to look at these freaking business dudes and talk about them. I think it's just cooler to run through the story and the numbers and talk about my boy Reynolds blazing it up, dude. And but this guy freaking Harry Beck prints out all these dank ass maps that are color coded, similar to the ones that we would see today in your city. He sort of invented those, and then immediately the city's like, he prints up 500. They're like, nope, we need more. They print up 700,000, bro. Wow. Hand them out to people, put them up as a directory. So the dude's an absolute beast. Just clutch ass maps, dude. Even though when I get on the map, when I'm trying to take the metro to like Staples Center to go see the Lake Show play, I will get on the wrong line every time, guaranteed. Guaranteed. When I have to switch over,
yeah,
I'm done. I just follow. Yeah. I just pick a dude in a Kobe jersey and follow him.
Yeah, it's a good call for that. Or dozens of people.
Yeah, I go French Connection style on a dude in a Kobe jersey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Red line to purple line.
Yep. Then
get off at 7th Street Station.
That's exactly right. 7th Street Station, dude. Exactly, dude. Fun little area. Maybe cruise over to 6th Street and hit the Arts District and get myself a nice freaking IPA, dude, before the game. And then quick little lecture into the tube, and from 1940 to 1945, the Battle of Britain's going on, dude. Royal Air Force, dude. Never have so many owed so much to so few, and it's my Churchill. Churchill just always talks like this. I'm always making something. Everything I'm saying is profound and incredible.
But also, what's he gonna do to that guy?
I'm gonna kill the motherfucker. That's my just dignified British accent, dude. Dude, that's hilarious. Freaking so people, obviously these tunnels are dug underground about 20 meters, and 20 meters might be too big. That's fucking deep, dude, but I think they're pretty deep. Feet? I think they're deep. That's about right, dude. 60 feet is about how deep they are. And just to escape the bombardment from the Luftwaffe above, the sirens go off and people just crash down in the tunnels and just post up and chill there and probably, play games. Maybe they bone Enemy at the Gate style, freaking Rachel Weisz, Jude Law style, which is a good, fun bone scene. And, if you're...
Great butt shot.
Great, yeah, very true, very true. And, just legit, dude. So that's freaking tight, dude. In the 40s, that's going down. And then just real quick, you know what I want to talk about? There's some more recent history, you know, electrification, all that type of stuff. I mean, that's basically the fun, brief story. I mean, in 2007, they reached the billion point mark of 1 billion people having traveled through there, which is pretty gnarly. But I just want to give a quick shout out to friggin' other railway systems, dude. Some of the oldest ones in the world. Let me freaking pull this freaking up, dude. Nah, dude. It's giving me a strange ass message on my comp here, dude. Sometimes, dude, you know, it's giving me some. Let me just put in oldest subway systems. Yeah, bro. Here we go, dude. Here we go, dude. So, makes sense. Glasgow. Just cruise over to Scotland, dude.
Glasgow.
You got the Chicago L, the L which stands for elevated. So we're talking about underground ones, but Chicago, famously, you know, see Jake and Elwood Blues cruising through there, dude. We got a half a pack of cigarettes, full tank of gas. It's nighttime and we got sunglasses on. Punch it. That's a paraphrasing of what his great line is when they're cruising back into Chicago, dude, running from the cops, dude. Paris Metro, not long after. Berlin's got one. Athens, dude. So, just posting up, dude. It's pretty crazy that it still works. Like, you have to escape the hustle and bustle. You know, you got to go. In the future, we think of flying, but, you know, it's tough to defy gravity. I guess it's a little easier to just go under the fray, you know, you must say. In fact, when I was purchasing my new vehicle, the dude that I bought it from just kept talking about how stoked he's going to be when flying cars come out. And I was like, that is tight.
No.
But honestly, dude, help me out with my freaking financing here, dude. Like, you got to get me to 0.9.
I got to disagree that flying cars are going to be a nightmare.
But, dude, Fifth Element's going to be sick. Fifth Element style?
No. You know how shitty drivers are now?
Yes.
Imagine they're able to go up and down.
True. I feel like when I'm
So
picturing a
much worse.
flying car, yeah, like the skill to operate, that's too much. I feel like we're going to go automated cars, then get into flying just automated. That's how it's going to be. Everything's just going to be automated.
Yeah.
Like
Let's hope.
Minority Report style, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, dude? But first, dude, before we get more into that and tie up the rest of the underground and get into some cues, dude, I just want to remind you once again that we are brought to you by Keep Athletics, dude. That's Keep spelled K-E-A-P, dude. Dude, phone these days are freaking slicker than hell, dude. They're freaking straight up city slicker style, dude. Slipping out of your pockets, dude. When you're just cruising around trying to find some gold with your boys or just trying to find a fire breakfast burrito, dude, and you got to pull that phone out of your pocket to get the GPS going and ping your boy. And, dude, phone might not be there unless you're wearing Keeps, dude. You know, you finish a tough shred session in the gym, dude, doing squats, bro. You don't want to keep your phone in a locker. That's sketch, dude. You just want to freaking just go around, dude. And plus, I like to time myself in my workouts. You can do burpees. You can do some freaking burpees and Keep Athletics. And I'm telling you right now, your phone's staying right there. Your key's staying right there, dude. If you got a freaking glass piece that looks like a turtle shell and you like to freaking hit nugs out of that, dude, then staying right where that is and do some burpees. And it's going to be safe in these nice plush, comfortable materials, dude. Made 100, dude, recyclable materials, bro. Eco-friendly shipping to your door, dude. Fired up on that, dude. Too many freaking things I'm fired up about, dude. In these pockets, dude, just keeping stuff in there, dude. I like to put notes to myself, dude. I like to put notes, dude, reminding myself, dude, smooch your freaking dank ass fiance when you get home, dude. Plus, remember to pick up detergent because we're out, dude. Dishwasher detergent, dude. Guess what, dude? That note's not going anywhere. I put my hand in my pocket, didn't find that, dude. So I'm fired up on that, dude. Fired up on the sustainability. Fired up on Patrick just realizing, dude, there's an issue and let's solve it, dude. Sick, dude. You know that feeling in your stomach you get when you lose something, dude? Dude, you can go, I bet you can go upside down on a roller coaster, dude. I would probably boke before something slipped out of my pocket, dude. That's how much I could get inverted on a roller coaster, dude. Dude, if fighter pilots could wear shorts, dude, they'd be wearing these puppies, dude. You know what I mean?
They should.
Yeah, dude. It'd be sick, dude. That's all I'm saying, dude. I'm wearing mine right now. I love them, dude. They're comfortable. Just went to Vegas with my boy Brooks in these puppies, dude. Nothing fell out of my shorts, dude. Laid a nice little parlay, dude. Found my ticket, dude. Now I just got to go cash that puppy, dude. So, stoked on that, dude. I'm fired up on wearing these things. I'm sleeping in my long ones. Right now I'm wearing the athletic active ones, dude. Those are the ones I like really cruising around in. Like I said, dude, I'm doing burpees. Nothing's falling out, dude. These shorts, honestly, they're game changers, dude. These things are game changers, so I can't wait to rock these puppies to the beach, dude. Rock these puppies, dude, because, you know, honestly, I'm not a guy like where I like to hop in the water or go shred. I'll kind of watch Chad rip it, dude, and I'll just be on the beach just kind of posting up, you know, reading a book and probably looking at a nice little book on history, doing some research for the pod in my keep shorts and just posting up on the sand, dude. Nothing getting out, and my keys aren't getting sandy, dude, you know what I mean? Phone's not getting sand in the charging station because they're just posting up in my keeps, dude. I'm fired up on that, dude. So listeners, get a freaking dank ass deal, dude. Get freaking just cruise out 15% off while supplies last, and they're going fast because summer's right around the corner, dude. Sick rhyme by me right there. So go to keepathletics.com/dank15. That's spelled KEAP. Keepathletics.com/dank15 for 15% off your first order. Keep gives you free shipping, returns, exchanges, and shipping insurance on all orders, dude. That's tight right there. They got your back. Keep Athletics pockets that work. Let's go, dude. Fired up on that, dude. So basically, back to the underground, dude. I mean, I think it's a dank method of transportation. I'd be fired up, dude, you know, to ditch my whip and just freaking cruise around, dude, on the subway, dude. Maybe get into breakdancing and beatboxing down there. I think that would be tight. You know what I mean?
What's nice is, too, it's in London, so it's not that hot. It's rarely, you know, they do have a summer, certainly, but it's not as hot as, like, Paris, New York, L.A.
Totally. And it's just one of those things that's very necessary. Like in New York, and I'm sure in London, you get the wealthiest dudes who are working on Wall Street or, you know, cruising over to Piccolo Street or whatever it is in London, dude.
Piccadilly Circus, dude,
and freaking, you know, or maybe they're going to just house a nice freaking Guinness, dude, or a speckled hen, dude. And it's just not even a class thing. It's just, this is what people do. It's something that brings people together, and that's tight, dude.
Yeah, I like that. It's a great equalizer, and like you were just kind of saying, way less DUIs.
Yeah, you can get buzzed as hell. It's a great thing to do to go see a baseball game, dude. I would take it from my San Juan station, quaint little San Juan Capistrano by the Mission, take that up to the Anaheim station, which they use in movies, because they have a futuristic looking one, and cruise over to the Big A. It's a great way to take it straight down to Petco Park, so it's just fun, dude. Now that's of course above ground here in LA. It's called the Surf Liner, but in SoCal, really rather. But yeah, dude, I would be fired up to be cruising on the Metro. I like to do it whenever I can, like when I'm going to a game, and you know, if I was the type of dude who commuted to a 9 to 5, I'd be all about it, dude. Put on a vest and let's go, dude. Put on my ear pods, dude, and just listen to this friggin', you know, pods about crypto, which technically this pod just qualified on that because I just mentioned crypto, dude. Dude. Get your stellar lumens, dude. What up, dude? All right, dude. Fired up on that, dude. Fired up on just learning a little bit about the underground, dude. Brief little history right there, dude. First and oldest one in the world, still operating, dude. Billion of people riding it, dude. And I remember when I was a kid, I saw like 1 million burgers served at McDonald's. I was like, whoa, they just served 1 million burgers? Yeah. But it was like over time. So that's tight to think about.
Not today.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, fuck, dude, they're busy, bro. Also, what are these people not doing it in and out? Maybe what are they not doing at Five Guys?
I was also going to say, you know, obviously the London Underground's been in some movies.
Oh, yeah.
It's obviously, you know, Paddington lived there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got The American Werewolf in London. Great scene in there.
Great scene. Great movie.
Yeah, great movie.
Is that John Carpenter or no?
Who did that? It's, you mentioned Blues Brothers. It's John Landis.
Landis did that?
Yeah.
Let's go.
And then, you know, you got your sliding doors that takes place there. That's where the doors slide.
And probably some cool-ass music videos. Imagine people coming from, you like that whole Manchester. Are you like a Joy Division guy? Do you like that London Clash? You like The Cure, I know that.
Yeah, I like The Cure. I like New Order more than Joy Division.
Really?
Yeah. Rose from the ashes of it, Depeche Mode.
Yeah, I like Depeche Mode a lot.
Yeah.
Cruising to a concert, dude, just wearing a leather jacket, probably just smoking a cigarette in the train. You smoke a cigarette on the subway, dude, that's a power statement right there. You're just saying, I don't care. Dude.
I doubt you can now, but yeah.
Now, yeah, I'm saying maybe in the 80s, though, you could, coming from a punk concert or something like that.
Getting the black lung.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's like, bro, we went electric for a reason, dude. Pull it out, dude. Unless it's my boy Reynolds in there and it's some freaking fresh herb, dude. And he's just freaking packing some nuggets and passing that around. It'll be tight, dude. All right, dude. Take a few cues and then bone out, dude. Let's see. What up, I'm thinking of hitting a fat pivot from the gym to the kettlebells. You and I seem to be around similar size, so I was wondering what weight bell you're tossing around, or what's a good weight to start with for a moderately in shape dudes. Friggin' late, Dustin. It's a great question, dude. So you got a similar rig. You're a pretty lanky guy. You know, Olympic lifts are tough for a body size like ours, 6 deuce plus. So I would say right now I'm using 35 LBS, which is probably about a 20, maybe I'm making 18 something kbs. I think the conversion's like 2.6 or 2.25 pounds, something like that, to kilograms to pounds or something like that. And a lot of times kbs come in kilos rather than lbs. So, but just because I'm not quite sure on the conversion, I would say get yourself, if you're training, because you kind of have to feel the weight. You don't want to go too light. I would say get yourself like a 20 to 25 pounder. Learn on that. Probably, and it sounds like you're versed in weightlifting, so you're not going to hurt yourself doing that. Technique is going to be huge, dude. So if you're pivoting into KB bells, I would not shy away from a lesson or lifting with a bro who really knows technique, because you don't want to get hurt doing it. Especially, it kind of impacts your wrists. You're going to have that arm soreness, but you know, you can just power through that. But you want to be doing it the right technique. And I would say to help you with that too is staying consistent with the size of your bell, right? Because, you know, they can pack in the material and make a small bell that weighs, you know, 35 pounds, and a big bell can only weigh 20 just based on the materials they're using to build it. But with competition lifting, it's always going to be the same size bell, and I think that's smart. Plus, people won't know, the untrained eye will think you're lifting heavy no matter what, which I think that's tight. So I would say just do that, you know, start with 25, maybe get yourself a set of something around 35 pounds, and then step it up to those 50s. And if you're doing 70, I mean, I don't think you need a bell over 70 pounds for any reason. Some of my most jacked bros with the fattest, dankest traps and most lit calves I've ever seen are still only slinging 70s. So yeah, start there, work your way up. Fired up for you to maybe making gains, dude, outside the gym. I mean, I'm fired up on using the dumbbells, doing thrusters, and I mean, KB thrusters, look out, dude. You're going to be having a fire rig. You're going to be pleasing your lady or whoever your significant other is. Or if don't have a sig, look out, because people are going to start turning their head your way. Yeah, dude, people don't want to sit next to you on the subway. You're going to have freaking rugby oak tree quads using those KB. So I'm fired up on that for you, dude. It's another reason to be wearing shorts, dude, is you have that fire oak tree quad. And I've mentioned this on the Going Deep pod. I think the sexiest part of my body, I like feeling sexy, and the sexiest part of my body, I'm rubbing it now, is I think the my quad, dude, where the sartorius, you know, meets sort of that goes with your IT band. And I really like my sartorius muscle, so I was fired up on that. All right, let's keep cruising, dude. Freaking what up, Strider and Aaron? I'm in need of advice, and who better to go to than the love guru himself? What up, dude? Too kind, dude. I recently went on a group camping trip with friends to Moab, tight. I drove down there with a friend and came back with the GF. Whoa. Somewhat unexpectedly, this girl, who I've been friends with for a few years, crawled into my tent one night and snuggled up to me. In a conversation of professing our feelings and interest in each other ensued. To my surprise, I had broken through the friend zone without really trying, which was very stoke-inducing. We've been dating for several weeks now, and it's been pretty dank. The issue lies here. About 8 months ago, she broke up with her BF of 2 years, who also happens to be a friend of mine. We weren't the closest of bros, but we chill together time to time and always enjoy each other's vibes. It was never my intention to swoop in on his girl post breakup, but the pieces kind of fell into place, and now I don't want to let this opportunity pass me by. How can I approach this dude and give him the scoop on how his ex and I are together now? I'd understand any feelings of negativity he'd have towards me, but how can I soften the blow so he doesn't end up breaking my face? Thanks for being a legend. Love the pod, KT. It's a great question, dude. It's a tough dilemma. You don't want to hurt people, dude. You want to, I think, look, dude, you weren't swooping. You weren't being shady. I don't know the time frame of this 2-year breakup and how close it was to her sneak into your tent. If it was like a couple of weeks, then he might want to be breaking your face. He's going to be upset. He's going to, you're going to look at that, and it's going to be, you're going to have to go out of your way to convince him you weren't swooping, I think, a way that you can just lay it down is just go, he's going to be hurt. He's not going to like it. And it sounds like she probably broke up with him and was moving on. And you guys had these feelings for each other and were vibing, and he's not your number one boy. It sounds like you're not, super squad members, but you want to be a good dude. So I like where your heart's at. You sound like a good dude. And I mean, I would just, it sounds like he's not in your life every day, so it's not too much of an issue, but you're going to have to broach this. You're going to have to cross this bridge at some point, dude. And I think you do it since you're in Moab. You do it, T. Crew style, dude. It's not Mission Impossible. You put on a sick pair of shades, you know what I mean? And then you take those shades off to emphasize that you're making eye contact. You know what I mean? To make, as a move of empathy, dude. Not so much as a power move of wearing the shades while talking to him, but having a sick ass set of shades on, then taking those sick ass set of shades off, and maybe you're even wearing rock climbing gloves at the same time, and you sort of just take a beat of like, look, I need to sit down and talk to you, and I've thought about this, and let him know that you've been considering this and it troubles you, and you empathize with his position, but let him know that, look, we care about each other. We want to date each other. It's nothing that we don't want. It's not about disrespecting you. It's really about us and enjoying ourselves. And at the same time, I want to actually respect you and your feelings and let you know this, and let you know that nothing fooling around was going on during that. If you think it, and maybe you're not, and maybe I'm making something of nothing, bro, but I like your vibes. You're a good dude to me. And, I want to take care of, I don't know if I got her name. I want to take care of Kelly. That was just the name that popped in my head. Fucking want to make sure that Kelly's happy, dude. And I think even though you guys broke up and maybe it was rough, I think, wouldn't you want the best for her? And honestly, how fucking tight is it that I'm the best for her? So that's sick. And I think he'll come around, if not at first, eventually. What do you think, Aaron?
Well, first of all, when you said do it the Mission Impossible way, I assumed you meant that have her do it, and then at the end she pulls off the mask of your face, and it's her. So if he dude, wants to beat anybody, dude, it's a woman.
Yeah, get one of those fake ass masks. Dude, that was like the number one thing of Mission Impossible, was like the good mask quality that they had.
Oh yeah,
amazing, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you don't really owe this guy anything. I mean, like,
true.
You're
That's
not
true.
that close. You might run into him at some point, but I don't think you even need to broach it then. Like, what business is it of his? And
100% true.
They're broken up. Like, he may see it on social media at some point. He may, he may not. He may have blocked her. You don't know if he might be like completely not wanting to see anything with her anyway. So
yeah,
I don't know. I wouldn't really worry about it. If it was one of your close friends, I'd say obviously you got to go talk to him. But
that's the thing. He's going out, which I think he's a nice guy, this guy.
Yeah, I think you're being a gentleman, but you don't have to be.
That's true. And you could be making something of nothing, and I think
because you're not being a dick.
Yeah, you're not being a dick, and we've given you good advice, Mission Impossible style advice for if you do actually have to cross that bridge. But honestly, there's other routes you might not even have to. And I don't think he's going to break your face. Maybe he's jacked, and that's the thing. In the meantime,
then you have your jacked friend. Yeah, tell him, and then rip his mask of your face off.
Good call.
Yeah,
or start hitting the bells. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In any case, always start working out more. Strider, what up, dude? I'm having a barbecue. What should I cook? I want to get drunk as fuck and eat right with my boys. Caden. Bro, flank steak. I'm gonna tell you that. Flank steak. It's a fun cut. You can glaze it in teriyaki. Now you would probably want to marinate it overnight, but if you don't, a little salt, pepper, and garlic's not gonna do you wrong. It's not gonna fill you up. You're still gonna get some dank ass steak. You can put it in tacos if you want to. You can put flank steak in tacos, but you can have it on its own with a little grilled asparagus, fucking whatever. And it's gonna be dank. You're not gonna get filled up, so you can still get a nice healthy buzz on with your boys playing drinking games at the BBQ, playing Snappa, beer die. Aaron, what are you grilling up?
I'm going bratwurst.
Love that.
You gotta get bratwurst. You can get the beer flavored ones or not. But yeah, I think that's a dank way to go.
I think Johnsonville's
good. Yeah, for sure. You gotta get the right bun though too. You don't want a regular hot dog bun. It's gonna be too big for that. It's gonna break it.
Correct.
I recommend like a French roll.
Correct.
Or if the place you're at has a particular bratwurst bun. Yeah.
That's a veteran move right there. Yeah. And Aaron's a dad. So you should listen to that because he knows what he's talking about at the grill.
Also, don't eat right off the grill. Wait a few minutes. because those
Yes.
things will explode in a ball of fire in your mouth.
There's something to be said for plating your meal prior to doing it. It's not just for aesthetic purposes. You know, you can get yourself a cute plate, which my dank ass fiance and I look at, and we're like, ooh, this would be fun. You know, I'm at a point in my life where I look at fun serving ideas, you know, fun dish presentations, you know. That's the point where I'm at right now. Whereas in the past, I'd just put it, you know, tell my boy to frickin', do you want your bun toasted or not? Hold out your hand. Hopefully it doesn't get burnt, and house this puppy. Let's go. We got next on the pong table. But now it's like, look, I'm going to put the brats out on a fun, you know, maybe a tray that's decorated with sunflowers for the spring. And it's, you know, it's SoCal, so we can even grill up in the winter. And, you know, eventually I'll have a pizza oven because it's just who I am. I'll have to have a pizza oven. It's in my DNA.
Oh, yeah.
And at that point, what type of tray am I going to have for that? It's going to be fun. You know, you can't take the oven's 800 degrees. You know what I'm saying? You can't just put that in my boy's mitts. It's going to burn him up. So, and you need to make sure his hands are dexterous as hell for handling the pong ball. So, Aaron, you're absolutely right. Put it on a very fun, tasteful, fun tray. Let those brats sizzle. People lick their chops. They're going to get stoked on it. And they're going to go self-serve, put it on there, and have a little bit of fun.
Yep.
You know, it will keep people away from the grill, too, so you can operate better. It's functional and form, which I'm all about. This is huge. This has been an informative back half of the ep, I feel like. I feel like today we really, you know, shared some fire-ass knowledge, you know? Maybe stuff that was living in the underground of my being has come out and now is presenting itself in the ether and in really, you know, traveling about and getting, you know, people hopefully fucking stoked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's tight. Did you know that shit about the London Underground, Aaron?
I didn't know it was that old and that it was like the first.
Neither would I. And I would never think, and I always have fun choosing different topics, and I hope listeners enjoy the variety of topics we throw out here. You know, we don't have too much serial elements. And this was a fun one, so thank you for the suggestion. Please send in more suggestions, comments, questions, whatever, dude. StriderWilsonShreds@gmail.com. And we'll get some fun eps, because this is one that I wouldn't have thought to do, and I had fun researching it, and I hope everyone had a little bit of fun taking in some dank-ass dates, some fun ideas. And yeah, dude, it goes to show, dude, if you're a dad, you know, make your kid do something, and he might turn out to be one of the best engineers of the 20th century. And then also he might just turn out to be the freaking dankest ass podcaster of the 21st century. What up, Dad? What up? Fired up, dude. So stoked, dude. Thanks for another ep, dude. Stoked you guys join in. You know, if you're cruising out, dude, on your commute, enjoy your workout, dude. If you're just winding down listening to this, dude, enjoy your nap, dude. You know, now put on, you know, I'd probably put on Armageddon, dude, if we're talking about drilling and stuff. Or another good ass Subway movie like Daylight with my boy, why am I blanking on his name? Rocky. Yeah, Stallone. Put on Daylight, dude, and enjoy that after listening to this movie or this pod. So fired up on that recommendation and just enjoy, and we'll see you guys on the, or, you know, catch you on the next ep, dude. All right, dude, freaking late, dude.